real estate company that covered the majority of the company. I was able to franchise that. And I did extremely well within the real estate industry. Like a lot of us through the recession of 2008, I actually hit a bump in the road like a lot of us. And all of those efforts in that company and all of that went away. And I basically was in a position where I had to file for bankruptcy. I lost a large portfolio of real estate, and I was in a position where I needed to start over. Another part of this story, which is interesting, but it is important, is I was an alcoholic and a drug addict. I was a daily user, and I used daily for over 20 years of my life. So that was something that I was high functioning. And to be really honest with you, I was young. I was making a lot of money, and I didn't really have a lot of blowback from people because I was successful financially. So people kind of figured, hey, he's got it under control. The truth was I didn't have it under control. Nothing was under control. And it all came to a crashing halt. Now, interestingly enough, I had just met this amazing woman next to me. And of course, what appeared to be extremely successful and a lot of things on the outside, all of those things were going to be no longer. And I let her know that. And she basically just told me that, you know, she loved me. She believed in me. She felt that we could do all of this again, but she did ask me to work on getting sober because she just didn't want that life. She didn't want that for me. She didn't want that for her. And, you know, it was scary. So through that, I was able to reach out, get help. I was able to get sober. We were able to get married, establish, you know, a new life, have children. We have 2 kids. We have 4 dogs. So we pretty much busy life, but we did great. We worked really hard together. We did it the right way. It was a lot of hard work. And that taught me a lot. So through that, 6 years after we started over, we were flipping houses. Like that was my background. So we flipped a lot of houses and we were able to obtain a nice real estate portfolio. And I was able to kind of be able to spend more time giving back to people and trying to help other people with drug addictions work on becoming sober. Now, one of the things that really intrigued me was people that were taking street compounds that were going to get help were getting prescription compounds, or drugs as we call them, that were very, very similar in the way that they were made up chemically. So I was looking for an alternative solution to try to help people to basically transfer their addiction to drugs or street compounds to something that was more natural. And that's what ultimately led me to CBD. The issue that I was having with CBD was the fact that it was being delivered as an oil. And I knew through my experience in fitness that if I'm putting oil into my body, it's going to have to digest, and I'm not really going to be getting what I'm putting in. So I just know that the bioavailability of these things that are being used with oil as a delivery system aren't as effective as I thought I would want for something that I was representing. So interestingly enough, through my research and development, I knew somebody that had reminded me that I did know of a lab where they did work specifically on proteins and peptides and specialized in the human body. And it was through that relationship that I was able to connect with the man that created our delivery system, which we call BioCX. He invited me to the lab. He shared with me what he had, which basically what he had come to believe, and what we are working with today, is that taking something that's hydrophobic like CBD and curcumin, highly effective ingredients, if you're able to make them absorbable on a cellular level to the human body, you get an immediate effect. And so when I was working with this gentleman and working with these products and taking these products, I was able to feel the results of what were going on. And immediately I worked with him to try to create something which we call Bioreigns today. So the way that this science or this delivery system or technology works, which is exclusive to Bioreigns, which is important because it's ours. And it's not something else you can get. It doesn't exist. It's an oil-free. And what it is it's an inclusion complex. So what we're doing is we're using a carrier molecule that binds to water. And within those carrier molecules, we use a guest molecule. And that guest molecule is the hydrophobic molecule, which in BioCX, we use CBD, we use curcumin, we use vitamin D3, we use vitamin B1, we use quercetin, 1,3-beta-glucan. So we have all of these different ingredients that normally are not able to be absorbed by the body that now become completely absorbed on a cellular level directly through the barriers of the body, because when we're binding molecules to water, the body's identifying them as water and allowing them to pass straight through. Because we, as human beings, we're about 65% water, and that's what the body wants. We want water. So it's amazing how this has been developed, and it's amazing how this works, and it's amazing how effective all of this is. And the great thing is for anybody that not only is using the products, but if you choose to work with Bioreigns, which I feel is going to be a great decision like these women have done, because they're very high-level business, right? They're very high-level business people. So they know if I have something that's cutting edge, that's exclusive, that nobody else has, that's highly effective, then I'm going to have a comparative advantage over the marketplace. And myself as a business person, that's what I liked as far as the business side. Now, as my wife and I wanting to help people, and ultimately that is our number one goal, is to help people, we know that utilizing this technology with the innovative products that we put out, the formulations that are being created, that combined with the delivery system gives us something that never to be seen. So this will ultimately disrupt the entire supplement market. So we work in health and wellness, health and fitness, and then we also work in anti-aging, beauty, skin products, things along those lines. Because if you're not aware, our skin is our largest organ. And there's a lot of receptors in our body and in our skin. We need to protect those, and we need them to be working at an optimal level to help us maintain what we want to accomplish, which for most of us, we want to feel great, we want to look great, and we want to put our bodies into the best position they possibly can. And that's what Bioreigns products do. They allow the body to do what the body is designed to do, which is take care of itself, repair itself. These ingredients or nutrients that are being provided that immediately absorb into the body on a cellular level or absorb into the skin, they're giving the body that instant effect and what it needs to be its best. So that's really what sets us apart. So it's really amazing. Hopefully you've tried the products. If you haven't, we'll get you products to try. I can make that commitment with confidence. I'm the kind of guy like, hey, the proof is in the pudding. If you're going to take your time to watch me say all of this, I'm going to make sure you get the opportunity to try to basically have your own experience to see what Bioreigns products do for you. And I'm confident that you will be impressed. You will like these products. They will provide you a benefit, and you will ultimately want to join our family here at Bioreigns and do all of the amazing things that you do. And within that, we have a great culture. We have a great business opportunity. We have trips, we have events. I mean, obviously it's been a little rough under the circumstances that we're under, but we're still planning all of those things, and we're going to figure out a way to do them. So with that being said, I hope that that makes sense. We try to keep it simple. Water likes water. Our bodies are water. The complex is water. So they absorb, your body allows it to absorb straight in. So
Aimee here. Just like Bryan explained, he's always been an entrepreneur. He's always done basically whatever he chooses in business, and I've always been supportive of his actions. So when he came to me and told me all about Bioreigns, I thought it was just another business adventure that he was going to go through. Originally, we had the OGs, I call them, Limitless, Sleep, and Daily. That's all we had. That was it. And we were actually at the scientist's house, and my son received a chemical burn on his cheek. I was crying. We were all upset, and we were getting ready to take him to the hospital. And the scientist walks up to me and he says, I might have something that can help. Do you want to try it? I figured, might as well. I mean, what worse things can happen? Walks upstairs, grabs this little serum, puts it on his cheek, and within 1 hour, there was no mark, no redness, nothing. That is what we call derm effect. Derm effect saved my son's face. I remember watching it disappear in front of our eyes, and I looked at Bryan and I said, everybody deserves to have the serum in their house. And that's how it came about. That's how I became part of this company. Right now we're adding on more products for the skin. We just added C2, which is also my baby. C2 is a great topical to put on at nighttime. We have lots of good ingredients in there. I want to be careful what I say because it's live, but the C2, and just research all those ingredients. You can see what those help with. And that's just the beginning. I can't wait for you guys to see what this company turns into. And earlier, like Bryan said, when you try it, you're just not going to look back. It's just, there's something for everybody, and we're growing right now. And it's a great time to join in and help us grow with you.